DJ Got Us Falling in Love by Ursher.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Taste Like Music. Jason, Joe, and Crams are here for another episode of Songs of the Year. We are hitting 2010 today. We are into a new decade, the last full decade of the series. We've got, 12 episodes left, something like that. Here we go. 2010, very strong year, I think. Not on the Billboard side. Billboard's pretty weak, but it was a good year for albums, and I think it's a very strong year on the wild card side for songs. How do you guys feel?
It stinks.
I feel the same as Jason. Bad billboards, amazing everything else. Amazing albums, amazing songs from the albums, amazing songs from albums that I'm not talking about are amazing. There's amazing songs on mediocre albums, but the billboard still sucks. Sucks, dude. Why do you think it stinks?
Oh, there's like two good albums. The 2010s, the beginning of the 2010s is the worst time in human history, for music anyway. This is rough. This year's rough. 2011 is even worse. So we'll see. There's some decent stuff, but meh.
All right. Well, we'll see what he's got in a minute. If you're new here, or if you're not sure how this works, we do two lists, one song of Billboard songs, our 5 favorite of the year. They had to have charted, but could have charted at any number for any number of weeks. As long as it charted during the year on the Billboard Hot 100, it is eligible. The second list of 5 songs is wildcards. Can be anything else. Deep cuts, B-sides could have also charted. Doesn't matter. Any song is eligible, released during the year. One of our lists will be one song short. We save our favorite of the year for the end of the video. And before we reveal our favorite, we also make a selection for our least favorite top 40 song of the year. So that's what's going down. And I started last week. I guess Cram, want to go first?
Not really, but okay.
All right, Joe can go first.
Oh, well.
Nope. I'll go. I got it. All right, what are we doing? Billboards first? Billboards first. All right.
Yeah, let's change it up and do billboards first this week.
Isn't that what we normally do? Probably. I don't care. Doesn't matter. My billboards, I'm only giving you 4 because my winner charted. Number 5, I got Na 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 by My Chemical Romance. Just a fun, fantastically over-the-top vocal performance from Gerard Way. It's a ton of energy. And Na 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 Na's always make a good chorus. Number 4, I'm gonna go with Adele, Rolling in the Deep. Came out their first single from the album came out before the album, which would come out in 2011. So this one made the charts here. It's just a great song. Simple as that. Love her voice. Love how up-tempo and driving it is. I really wish she would go back to this style because I don't really like her big soppy ballads all the time that she's been doing since. Number 3, I'm going to do La Rue with Bulletproof. I just get such a kick out of the chiptune-like backing music here. It sounds like it came straight out of Mega Man 3, which I love. Number 2, the only good thing to come out of the Twilight series, Neutron Star Collision, Love is Forever. Song is ridiculous as the title. Love the piano part, Bellamy's vocals. Great drum performance from Dominic Howard as well. My number 1 will be my winner, so I cannot reveal it yet.
Keep thinking you're going to say Dominic Hasek. But
Dominic Hasek, great performance and goal on that song.
I got one in common with you. That would be Rolling in the Deep by Adele. Yeah, really good song. I love like the little backing vocals that happen during the chorus while she's just soaring. Her voice is so cool. I've also got a little bit of a shocker to you fellas, but it is pretty slim pickings. I got Miranda Lambert with The House That Built Me. Really pretty little soft country ballad. I like when she sings soft like this because you still get that gentle little rustle in her voice. Really good production behind it. Beautiful atmosphere. Also got Cover Your Ears. Jason, Dog Days Are Over from Florence and the Machine. Jason hates this artist. But this song is catchy as hell. It's big, anthemic, robust. Her voice sounds great in the quiet verse and even better when she brings the oomph. It's a great pop song. You get the claps and everything. It's greatly emotional. I don't think Florence and the Machine have too many great songs, and I think their albums are pretty thin, but this is one of them. I've got Rude Boy by Rihanna. Like her rhythm. Love the giant club sound. Lyrics aren't very good, but it's kind of hot. I'm reaching on that one because it's pretty thin pickings. And then I've got Fuck You by CeeLo Green. Awesome tune. It's got that awesome, like, carefree, joyous nature about, like, you know, not getting the girl you want and driving around town with the girl I love. It's just got a really nice posture to it. And it's catchy as hell. It's got a cool voice. It kind of brings you back to, like, some of those 60s sounding pop star songs with the vocals, but it's awesome.
I can't believe you'd take Miranda Lambert from me like that. Unforgivable.
I don't know what to tell you.
Is that Joe's song of the year? I would think it would be Fuck You. But we will see. My billboards, I have Fuck You as well. It's really got to be the explicit version, though. The Forget You is just, it totally completely changes the whole vibe of the song, makes it actually not very good at all. So yeah, it got to be the OG version, unedited. My next pick is going to be, and this is my stretch of a pick. I don't actually love this song, but couldn't really find much else. I've got Cooler Than Me by Mike Posner. Somewhere between 80s synth pop and dubstep. I don't know. The lyrics are corny, but it's catchy. Then I've got Radioactive by Kings of Leon. Pretty much everyone I knew was jumping off the Kings of Leon bandwagon by this point. And this record is kind of a carbon copy of the one before it, but not as good, not as interesting. But even still, it's a pretty darn catchy song. It's got a big chorus, not a bad tune. Then I'm going with Animal by Neon Trees. I think it's a really good pop song. I opened for Neon Trees around the time this song was hitting the charts. They were cool, nice people, complimentary to us. But yeah, it's just a really good song. Huge hooks, great production, very, very catchy. And then one in common with Joe, I've got Bulletproof. Surprised that Cram doesn't have it. It just really reminds me of like early Depeche Mode. Super fun, super catchy, kind of like that just can't get enough sort of feel to it. I think it should have been a bigger hit than it was. Just super, super cool, danceable, fun track. Wildcards.
Number 5 for my album of the year, the Arc Android, or maybe it's the Arch Android. I never know which one. Janelle Monáe and Big Boy with Tightrope. Number 4, I'm going to go with Money Grabber. Fits in the Tantrums. They suck now, but back in the day, this first album was pretty solid. I gotta say, every subsequent release was worse and worse, and now they're just like the worst band in the world. But this one sounds a lot like Hall & Oates, and it's pretty sweet. We go back to my well, Coheed and Cambria, with When Skeletons Live. Just a good old song from You're the Black Rainbow. Number 2, from the Motion Picture Drive, I have Night Call from Kavinsky. Just such a cool song. The robotic vocals, and then that huge hook that comes in on the chorus just gives me chills when that's on in the movie. It's so cool. And number 1 is going to be Andalusia from Doves. It was from their Greatest Hits album. Wasn't even on an album, but probably my favorite Doves song, maybe after Catch the Sun. Just incredibly catchy, really nice, bright Brit pop from Doves.
Well, that list stunk. There's so much better stuff from 2010. How can you not have anything from the Suburbs? I mean, you even gave that a pretty good review in the Arcade Fire album video. Like, come on. Anyway, I don't have anything from the Suburbs, so I shouldn't be talking. But I do have a beautiful little indie pop princess song, whatever, really sad girl, acoustic music. Clementine by Sarah Jaffe. She also has a piano version of the song, but this song is really cool. It sounds really lo-fi a little bit, and there's like really cool room noise, acoustic guitar and everything. There's a beautiful, I think, viola in it. Maybe it's a fiddle, I'm not sure, but it's a really touching song, kind of like a breakup anthem. I've also got from Broken Social Scene, Sweetest Kill, which has a really cool like beat to it where it feels like it's like a big balloon filling up, like bassy sound, like boom, 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 boom. And the vocals are just absolutely haunting. They sound like they're so far away and like he's on the verge of death, and it's just gorgeous. Then I've got Sorrow by The National, which has just a sick drum part. One of the best drummers working in the last 20 years, no doubt. It's got this really cool, frantic acoustic part, but the song is pretty delicate and has just tremendous lyrics. I'm going with a little bit of a more punkier, upbeat, almost like pop punk skateboardy kind of sound with Tokyo Police Club, Breakneck Speed. Awesome guitar work here. It's got that like really reverby, just guitar plucking going on to kind of create this like energy and kind of the drums behind it. And the vocals are very close to being that kind of punk sound that I don't like, but it's just perfectly done. And the guitars are just so starry and amazing. I love it. And it's a really cool jam. So there you go. I'm saving my winner, and it's not from the suburbs. So what could it be? Stay tuned now.
All right. My wild cards. First one's going to be from my album of the year, Break Mirrors by Blake Mills. I've got the song It'll All Work Out, which I think is just a really great piece of songwriting, really great guitar playing. He's so good at guitar. His playing's real subtle, not flashy, but just really interesting lyrics too. The line about his dad trying to keep the checkbook tighter than a duck's ass going down a water slide. Just really, really, really interesting.
Say that again. That was awesome.
Trying to keep the checkbook tighter than a duck's ass going down a water slide.
That's mad good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's mad good. Then my next pick is going to be Starting Over, Bad Habits by Typhoon. From their excellent and highly underrated Hunger and Thirst album. Really just cool sounds on it. The guitar tones are fantastic. His voice sounds great. The mix is awesome. When the horns and strings come in, it's just like epic and triumphant. Just a really cool way to start that record. Then I'm going with another track that opens its record, Digging for Something by Superchunk. Probably my favorite Superchunk record, Majesty Shredding. Just one of the best and like most fun rock albums of the 2010s. Big guitar crunch, killer drum fills, just like really great for air drumming and rocking out. Love it. Then I will, I guess, pick up the slack here and pick something from the suburbs. I've got We Used to Wait. I love the way the track builds, opening with just like the piano, just incessantly ticking away at you. The way the track slowly builds around it. Then at like 2 minutes in, you get like this big indie rock equivalent of like a beat drop. And then you get the big, ooh, we used to wait chorus, which is so catchy. The lyrics are really great. Just think it's a really good song. One of the best indie tracks of the decade. So there you go. Save my winner for later. Now we got the worst of the year, which we already know what Cram's going with. But what's Joe got?
This year, I'm going to go with one, but it's a group collective effort. And that is going to be Forget You from the Glee cast featuring Gwyneth Paltrow. They had, I don't even know, there's like 10 different tracks charting this year. And they all sucked. Forget You, Jesse's Girl.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Was that this year? I don't even know.
It's way more than 10. It's closer to 100, I think.
Yeah, it's whatever it is, it sucks. The fact that was like the biggest thing. I didn't even remember that. I was looking up the charts from these. I was like, Glee? I forgot that existed. It was a better time when I'd forgotten. And now I remember, and it sucks. But yeah, they sucked in 2010. Somehow Gwyneth Paltrow featuring Glee had 2 top 20 singles in 2010. So that's all you need to know.
I have done very few noble things in my life. Almost entirely avoiding Glee is one of them. I don't think I've ever seen 1 second. I know they existed, and I just saw like how much they charted during researching this, but like I know there's like a kid in a wheelchair, and like I have no idea what else is going on with Glee. I know they sing a bunch of songs poorly. It's like the middle ground between Kids Bop and like professional musicianship, and then you get Glee in the middle there. But the worst song of this year finally charted, finally made the top 40. Hey Soul Hey Soul It's Hey Soul Sister. It's so bad. Click on the worst song of the year tournament, March Badness, to hear us talk a lot about that track. It's really bad. It sucks. And Glee never did it, did they?
I just have to point out that I had that last year. Just I don't want people thinking I like the song or something. I was my worst song 2009. There's some discrepancy in when it charted. So
you are forgiven because we both know it sucks. And it's actually better that we talk about it in 2 episodes. It's a 2-time winner. It somehow has won worst song of the year twice. And that's saying something.
Well, I also do not like that song, but I'm going to let it fall through the cracks on a technicality and the way it charted. And so I'm going to go with something different, just to talk about something different. We've talked about Hey Soul Sister to death. There are 2 really strong contenders outside of Hey Soul Sister, I think. One being We Are the World 25 for Haiti, the remake of the original We Are the World with a bunch of pop stars that the world has already forgotten. Listening to it, I couldn't pick out the voices of very many of them. There's some really bad like hip hop sections that are just like forced into the song. Really, really, really bad. And then there's also a song that I was surprised went to number 27 because I don't think I've ever heard it before. Maybe because it's a country song. It's by Tim McGraw, Cram's favorite. It's called Felt Good on My Lips. And it is really awful, auto-tuned to death, horrible, horrible chorus, terrible pop production. And the lyrics start out, he's like talking to some woman from Spain, and he's like, can't make sense of her name being foreign, but he knows it feels good on his lips when he says it. It's just the worst. It's so bad. And then as it goes on, he talks about like the drinks, having some like purple drink taste good and it feels good on his lips. And then he's making out with the woman. And man, it's just a horrible song. It is absolutely atrocious. I think my official pick is going to be the Tim McGraw song. It's really bad.
I don't know. That sounds pretty cute to me. That's adorable.
Give it a listen. When you hear the production and the way it sounds, you will not think so.
Wonder what the purple drink was. I'm throwing in some lavender liqueur in there. What are you doing there?
He never says.
It was probably, if it's Tim McGraw, it's probably just like bourbon and Kool-Aid or something, but who knows?
All right. Are we on to our winners?
I guess we have to. Just throwing away another year. But I gotta going with my boy Kanye again. This year, Power is going to be my winner. I just love the sample of 20th Century Schizoid Man from King Crimson. I think it's just so cool that he would pull that in. And the song hits so hard. I love his rapping. So much better now than he was early in his career. And the rhymes and the verses are just really good. I just think it's a fantastic song. First time I heard it, blew me away. And I still love it. From my beautiful dark twisted fantasy, who most people think that's his best album, and it's definitely up there, but not my favorite. But Power might be my favorite Kanye song. I don't know, it's just amazing, and it'll probably get 5 votes. So Cramser, I hope you win.
My winner is The Undoing, the closing track from Interpol by Interpol. It is awesome. It has like this big, powerful, like almost Depeche Mode kind of beat to it. It's really haunting. It's got like these synth strings coming in. It's got this ridiculous buildup at the end. It's like most of their songs sounds incredibly nervous and dangerous. Almost said dangerous. That's not a word. Dangerous and icy and nervous, and there's a ton of tension and drama. And the lyrics are really cool, and there's always like kind of that underlying seductiveness to it, even when there's no sexuality to the song. And then he speaks in, I think it's Latin, maybe it's just Spanish, maybe it's Gaelic. I don't know. Like instruments, I don't really know languages. But yeah, just the way he says, please, please, the place we're in now is so cool. It's awesome. And it just sends off everything so well. I love it. It will be in Joe's top 10 when we eventually do Interpol. He's saying no. And I'm not even saying he'll like the song. I'm saying it'll make you're so just contrarian for no reason. No, it will not be one of my most favorite Interpol songs.
All right. Well, I'd feel better about my chances if I had gone with Arcade Fire winning. But we'll see if I can put up a fight against Kanye in Interpol. With a bit of a deep cut from the National, I've got Conversation 16 as my winner. It's my favorite song by the National. Like Cram said about Sorrow, the drum work on this track is incredible. It's got like this dark and kind of creepy atmosphere to it. There's like I think maybe it's a bassoon or something, maybe a bass clarinet or something underneath the track, just kind of lurking. I love the lyrics. I was afraid I'd eat your brains because I'm evil. Super cool, mysterious. The synth bass is really awesome sounding. There's also like a choral synth pad which just adds to this kind of like gothic horror type of vibe that they got going on. It's really cool. It's really different, unique track for the National. And I love it. There you go. That's my song of the year.
I should have spoken up before you picked that song, because I thought when Blood Buzz Ohio didn't make your honorable mentions that it might have a chance to win the year for you.
Well, I think in total those songs are going to get 20 votes, maybe.
So according to you, people just aren't going to vote this year.
I think so. Honestly, I think people will just abstain from voting completely after they see the 3 nominees.
I think Kanye's got a chance, but
You say that every time I nominate Kanye, and I don't think I've crossed the 20 vote barrier, so I don't think so.
The Interpol and the National are very popular bands, although we've gone with slightly deep cuts for them. So we'll see if those songs can pull the votes. See how it plays out. Could be
I
interesting.
think people will vote just for the artist, as they seem to have been for the past decade or so.
They also just might vote against you because you've just been pissing off a lot of people lately. You're like the new me, like in it's the summer of me pretty much, but you're playing the role.
Yes, well, nominating rap will upset many people, I know.
You're hurting both sides of the aisle. You're nominating rap and you're nominating a Trump supporter, so no one's gonna be like happy with you. You're fucked.
Another goddamn 1 vote separated Cramser and myself, and again I lose. Freaking Animal Collective somehow beats out Lady Gaga 41-40. And that moves Cramser up to 16.5, a mere 3 behind Jason. Like, we were acting like Cramser was so far gone, but he has pulled close. And I don't know, he seems to have the indie touch. So we'll see what happens 1 decade to go, basically. So we'll see what happens.
Another noble thing I did was I made sure I won this week because I did a grassroots effort. I got out there and pulled some votes. I said, go on this website, make it happen. That's how you do it. That's the machine, baby. That's how you make it work.
Damn Chicago machine. Knew it.
Bunch of dead people voting for Animal Collective. Pretty cool.
All right. So thanks for watching, everyone. Drop your favorite songs of 2010 down in the comments. Let us know what you think of our picks. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. You can also find Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, our website, merch, Patreon, all that good stuff in the video description. Follow all the links. And of course, make sure you head over to the website to vote for which of the 3 songs of the year is your favorite. Help us keep this series going. Little competition. We got Joe's in the lead. I'm in second. Cram's in third, but coming up close. So could be a photo finish here the last dozen episodes or so. So make sure you vote. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you in the next one.